Hi, everybody. This is Metal Shop Steve. Very excited today to have one of my favorite new bands talking about some music here today. We're talking to Redshark today. Welcome to the channel.
Hello, how are you? She's from Spain, Barcelona, and we are. It's an honor. Uh, I'm here for this interview.
Well, could you just first kind of introduce yourself, what you do in the band, and then tell me a little bit about how Red Shark got started?
Yes, Red, I'm Philip Graves. We are from here, Barcelona, and I'm the guitarist from Redshark. And Redshark was founded in 2012, 2012, and as a solo project by me, and after Javi Bono as guitarist and Mark Steiker as drummer, um, they joined to the band as a trio band, a power trio band, because I played bass and vocals. And after years after, we introduced one bassist, and I changed my role in the band as vocal guitarist. With this lineup, we record our first EP, Reign of Destruction, and we play with a lot of bands like Night Demon or Ranger or Hullemon from France. And after we decide to introduce a vocalist because Pau, the vocalist from Redshark, his band Kill the Crate, one heavy metal band in Spanish language, was split up, and was the best moment for that I invite him to Redshark. With this lineup, we record Evil Realm. After comes the pandemic, we compose this digital race, and finally this year we released this digital race, our first full length from Redshark history.
Oh, very good. So musically, I've seen everybody describe you as thrash metal. Is that how you would describe yourselves? Because I hear other things too. I hear like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden a little bit in there too. Is thrash kind of what you set out to do, or are you just playing metal?
I like a lot of metal genres. Thrash metal, we love thrash metal, of course, and I like so much the US thrash metal like Testament, Exodus, and a lot of these bands, Hithen, bands with Bay Area, but we are fans from US power metal bands like Metal Church, With Your Rumors, Sabotage. They are our principal influences on our style, but we define our music or one concept like a death metal band making heavy metal, because our lyrics are very dark, and a lot of lyrics talks about the death, the critical social, and a lot of lyrical terms, but typical by death metal bands. But I like a lot of bands and a lot of genres.
Can you tell me about some of the other influences that you guys have? Not just yourself, but maybe some of the other band members. Some of the biggest bands that really influence you.
To us, the principal ones that we are influenced, it's Metal Church, Sabotage, Merciful Fate, Death, and Exciter. These 5 bands are the style of Redshark.
Yes, Exciter. I just picked up some more Exciter myself. I hadn't really listened to them that much before, and then I found them, and I can't stop listening to that right now either. Very good. So let's talk about you a little bit more. I have it right here behind me. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I was telling you when we first got on, I absolutely love this album. And I think by the end of the year, this still could end up being my favorite album of the whole year. So can you talk to me about the writing process for this, the lyrics, the melodies, the guitars, things like that?
And when I compose one album, I think, first of all, how I want the album, the first song, the second song. I always think, for example, I want that the first song will be a faster song. I want that the second song will be a hard and heavy melodic song, and I always imagine the album. First of all, I imagine all the album. After that, we compose all the songs from the album, and after the lyrics. But first of all, the music. First of all, the music, and after the lyrics. All the music, I compose all the music here in my home studio. In these times, it's easy have a home studio, and I compose the song. After we play the song in our rehearsal room, and finally we add the lyrics. The lyrics, sometimes the lyrics are written by me, and other lyrics are written by the vocalist Pau, or the bassist Chris, or Javi, the other guitarist. And after this process, finally, we have this album, and all the albums from Redshark.
So everybody really has been contributing to the whole process.
Yes.
Okay, do you have a favorite song on this album?
My favorite song of this album is difficult. And my favorite song, that the song was composed by me, is Digital Race, the morning song. Digital Race is my favorite song from the album, but I think that the best song from the album, that the song is from Javi, is I'm Falling, the last song. this for me is the best song of the album.
Well, I personally had a hard time picking a favorite. I like the whole thing. This is an album that I can just listen to from the start to the finish and not skip around to anything. But I like what you're saying. You start out the album fast and heavy, and I think that's really important to anybody who's listening, maybe even for the first time. You want them to hear something and get hooked in.
Yes, of course.
So let's talk a little bit about playing live now. Have you guys been, I know you've done at least one festival, maybe a couple of festivals here this summer. Can you tell me about the touring a little bit?
We play this year. We have played this year in Germany at Thrash Metal Fest. After that, we play at Madrid, the capital from Spain, and Pounding Metal Fest with bands like Tigers of Pantan, Sorcerer, Vulture, and the last concert that we played was here in Barcelona in June, and with our friends from Savage and another friend from Redshark. And the next shows will be in Jaén, in one festival in Jaén, with bands like Cancer. Do you know Cancer? Death metal band Cancer. With Cancer, Rod Wolf, Avenger, Graveyard. Graveyard are a great death metal band from Barcelona that they played in USA last May in Maryland Death Fest. They play at Maryland Death Fest, and I don't remember the rest of the bands. And after this show, we have one show in Castellón, another city from Spain, that in this festival we are the headliners. And I hope that the next year, I hope that we can to close more dates from play this excellent album. I hope that will be possible, especially in the rest from Europe and not only here in Spain.
Yes. So since you have done a lot of festivals, is there a band that you've seen that you really loved their set?
Sorry, what is the question, please?
What was one of your favorite bands to see in these festivals as you've been out there touring with them?
For example, we like in Thrash Metal Fest, for example, we like the show from Indian Nightmare. Okay. For example, another band that was very good was Listen from Germany. Listen from Germany, and Screamer. We share backstage with Screamer, and they are very good persons. And another bands that we like a lot in other festivals, for example, one band from here, Spain, in Pounding Metal Fest with Easy Rider. Easy Rider we like a lot, and I think that all the bands from the festivals are very good bands. it's not easy to us when we play in these festivals. The level from the bands are very high.
Do you really enjoy playing live? Is that your favorite part, or do you enjoy more of the songwriting and recording process?
Um, I prefer the recording and the composition phases. I'm a musician from a studio. I like a lot and I love play shows, but for play shows the work is bigger than the work in studio. But I'm like chuchul dinner sometimes. I prefer the process, the recording process or composition process, because I'm a musician. I'm a musician that creative musician than a technical guitarist. I play the guitar good, and I think that I play the guitar good, but I enjoy more and I prefer compose the songs.
Okay. In terms of so what are you listening to right now? What are you going to listen to later today if you had to pick something? What have you been listening to a lot right now?
Today I I have listened. I have not listened one album today, but yesterday I was listening the last album from and two others band from USA, and I like the last album from Arch Enemy. Yes, I like the last album from Arch Enemy. Oof, I have to see on my last listens from Spotify that yeah, last album that I listened is this Treat hard rock band Treat, the Dream Hunter album. Ghost, I like Ghost very much, and another album that I listened last days is this from Victory. This album from Victory, because I will see Victory next Friday here in Barcelona.
Wow. Well, I was going to ask if there was anybody that you were going to see. Personally, I'm actually going to see Anthrax in about a week, so very excited to see those guys for the first time.
Yes, I like Anthrax so much. One of my favorite thrash metal bands, of course.
Well, I'll tell you that lately I've been listening to the new Exodus album. I think that is their best in years.
Yes, and I saw Exodus 2 weeks ago in the tour with Testament and Heathen. And was a very good show, because the first time that I see Exodus in 2015, I didn't like this show. Not for the band. The band very good, but the sound of the venue was a shit. The sound of the venue, but 2 weeks ago was an excellent show, of course. Yes, I like so much the last show from Exodus, and the last album is good. It's not bad. The last album. Persona non grata, no? The title from this album, no?
Yeah. So I think one last question here before we go. I know that you enjoy the studio part, the recording part, the writing. Are you already thinking about things for some of your next songs that you're going to be writing?
And then the next songs that we are writing. Last week we were on holidays, and and I and I have composed 2 songs, and I hope in the next month that we return to the rehearsals, because we have a new rehearsal room. This month we entered to a new rehearsal room, and all the band members we were on holidays, and I hope that to rehearse these 2 songs
Good.
for the next month in September.
Well, I thank you very much for taking time to talk to me today.
Thank you to you, and for me it's an honor that you like so much this album. And where are you from?
I'm from the United States in
Yes.
Pennsylvania in the United States.
From the state?
Yes.
What? Pennsylvania. Okay. In United States, we we have bought a lot of copies. It's one of the best countries that we were working.
Good.
Yes.
Well, I just want to let everybody know again, if you have not heard this album, go listen to it right now. Check out my review that I did on this album a couple weeks ago. I promise you will love it, whether you like thrash or new wave of British heavy metal or just metal in general. You will love this album. It is absolutely amazing. Again, thank you for being here.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you. For me, one honor.
All right. Okay. Good luck with.
I hope that we can play in the future in USA.
I would love to see that. Yes.
Will be killer, and a dream come true, of course.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and you have a great day. I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Great.